rock climber. I've been climbing for the past 4 years now. What I've been doing a lot lately is traveling around to find good rocks. Rock climbing is a male-dominated sport, so I'm definitely part of the minority. And whenever I do get to a climbing area or to the climbing gym, you definitely feel that people assume you're not very strong, or that you're not very good at what you do. I know that it's simply because I'm a female and I'm not supposed to be as strong as the guys. So when I do start climbing, I definitely get a lot of surprise looks. A lot of people are like, "Oh wow, that was very unexpected." But this is nothing new. I was born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area and grew up in a Muslim household where I was taught that men were meant to take positions of power in society, and the women were meant to support their men in these endeavors. Sadly, I found the same gender expectations extended into the world outside of my home. But then I took a trip to a place where everything I was taught to believe would be turned upside down. It was during my travels to Southeast Asia that I discovered the Minangkabau, one of the largest matrilineal systems in Indonesia with around 5 million inhabitants. In Minangkabau, the women hold a dominant status. Their position is maintained through the inheritance of property, the passing down of the mother's name, and the continuance of the role of decision-maker. Throughout Minangkabau, I would meet very strong, very powerful women. How amazing it was to find so many confident, self-assured women all in one place. Among these was Leah, a young Minang woman I quickly became friends with. Leah was like me, self-confident, stubborn, and yet at the same time very fun-loving.
I feel like I have a pride to be a Minang girl.
She told me of her own experiences confronting the patriarchy and sexism she finds when traveling outside of her community.
I was going with my boyfriend and then they said something really bad, something really about sex, like a prostitute they treat you. I mean, they said like that. Maybe they say, "Oh, you're sold out tonight," something like that, So if you are a Balinese woman, you just step down. I mean, your head down and just walk away. If you are from Java, you just silent, close your mouth. But if you're Minang, you fight with them, You're gonna hit them.
What did you do exactly?
I approached him and asked him, "What did you mean?" Yeah, and then just make a fun of you. You never make a fun with me because I'm not such of a girl that can make a fun for that things. And then maybe they thought I'm not from Java. I said, I'm not a kind of girl from Bali that you make like that. I'm from Minang. If you come to my places, if you do this, everybody gonna kill you. I said, not me. Everybody gonna kill them.
Leah was quite remarkable. She loved surfing and traveling. I think we got along so well because we shared the same personality type. It was interesting for me to see how she developed her strength of character through a system that reassured her power, while I had developed my own strength by fighting a system that tried to suppress it. Later on, I met Nina, another Minang woman who worked for the government. She took me to her village where I saw how traditional Minang culture has remained intact. The founders of Minangkabau based the culture upon their perceptions of nature. It was believed natural for the bloodline and kinship to follow the female line. Since the mother bears children and cares for them, women are essential for the clan to continue. Therefore, women secure a very respectable position. Eventually, Nina brought me home to meet her family.
This is my mom. She is a teacher in a primary school, and she also a leader of mother in our clan.
I asked Nina's mother why women seem so self-confident in Minang.
Keluarga memperhatikan, memberi
dukungan.
Yeah.
If you are Minang woman, even you fell down and become poor, so you will not be alone because all families in the clan will support you full. And being a woman in Minang means that you become in a secure position. Whatever it happened to you, all the families, all the clan families will take your special attention to you. Woman in Minang takes a very much authority as the decision maker. A man only, like I said, my uncles, for my mom's brother, only a place to say this and that, to ask this and that, not a decision maker, only a place to ask, a place to discuss, not as a decision maker. And decisions still on woman's hand. That's why woman's very confident. Yeah, in Minangkabau. Yeah, and then a woman takes the property. Woman will pay everything. Yeah, yeah. A woman takes authority for the money, and then a woman will pay for this and that. Yeah, men's only a place to ask whether it's okay to buy this, is it okay to buy that, but who will buy it is woman. If we want to discuss the serious things, we go to our mom.
I asked Nina what kind of things she asks her mother about.
What major that we want to take in university, what work that we want to get in the future, or if we get 2 jobs and we want to decide and we're very confused, we go to our mom.
I really admired how Nina turned to her mother for advice on important matters, like financial issues, work opportunities, education. These are all questions I have asked my father because he has the most authority in these areas. He's more experienced handling money and working to provide for the family, so naturally, he would be the person to ask. I liked how Nina had this same interaction, but with her mother. Seeing this made me wish I had the same relationship with my mother as well. I want her to be just as powerful as my father. While I truly respected Nina's relationship with her mother, I wondered, what was it like between Nina and her father? And what was the role of men in Minang society?
My dad is a civil servant. He is the headmaster of a primary school.
Surau tu diru sabot na laki-laki ko, inyo tu ke rumah padusinya ke rumah dun sana wa itu.
Well, he feels heartbreaking because he thinks in the future when he grows old, all the properties only belong to his wife. And in the old customs, when he becomes old and powerless, he will stay in one place, particular place. But now we are in modern area. My dad is still with me because if my mom and my dad still stick together, I will take care of my dad until the end of his life because it's in modern era. But in the past era, I will take my dad to another particular place, like a place for old men, old people. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why he feels heartbreaking. But fortunately now it's a modern era, and I believe I will take care of my dad if he still stick with my mom. Yeah.
All of these experiences were really beginning to set my mind reeling. But perhaps the biggest surprise of all was that this female-dominated society is actually overwhelmingly Muslim. In the West, Muslim women are considered to be oppressed, especially those who cover their heads. However, Nina, like so many in Minang, was not just a strong, confident woman, she was the very picture of a self-assured, powerful Muslim woman.
There are many experiences that I've got when I hang out there and getting friends, and when I wear hijab, they know that I am Muslim, and they think whether I'm oppressed or not, or probably I'm not well educated, all things that they know that Islam women are not getting a big chance to educate themselves. That's what they know. What they know, only Islam in Taliban, only Islam in Afghanistan, only Islam in Iran. And this is a kind of funny things. Then I say to them, you can differentiate between culture and religion. You got to learn Islam. What is the Islam exactly? You cannot conclude that if one particular country, they treat someone like this, that because their religion teach them to do things up. That's different.
What an incredible journey, traveling and hanging out with these amazing Minang women, experiencing a world where women's strength and confidence are a given. I suppose the primary lesson I learned was of the social construction of gender, that these roles are not natural as our society tells us. On the other hand, if women held power from the beginning, it might just result in an entirely different reality.